Gordon was kind of sickly, so he worked around the house and saw the things there. But Lydia, as always, oversaw every aspect of her business, seeing as how she didn't trust it in anyone else. Oh, she could often be found riding atop her big white horse with an out-hit pistol by her side, seeing that things got done. Oh, but not only that, she would also get down and work with them. And they had better try and keep up. Lydia had a big heart, and it showed itself on more than one occasion. One such time, she traded in her white horse for a sturdier ride. It was 1919, and well, Lydia had been having dreams about her sister Sarah, and thought she might be needing her. So she loaded a pack on a red mule and set off 400 miles to Florida to see her. When she had arrived, she found out that Sarah had suffered a stroke and was bedridden. Now, Lydia stayed to care for her, but when she returned home, she found things weren't quite as she had left.
So great neither. Go get it now. Well, go on! You think that's funny? Why, yes, Miss Lydia, I reckon we do. Well, I reckon it might be a right jolly situation at that. If and I was a jolly person, but I ain't. You wouldn't be neither if you just rode 400 miles from Florida on the back of a mule. Well, I hope y'all have rested up and entertained yourselves thoroughly while I was away. Because I got some information for you. I ain't in the entertainment business. I'm in the business of timber. Timber and cattle. A couple of things have been sorely neglected around here in my absence. And things is going to change. Starting right now. I got railroad ties got to be anyway crossing in the morning, be shipped out to Jacksonville. I got turpentines got to go to Brunswick. And if any of y'all has a problem with it, you got two choices. The end of my bullwhip or the long and winding road. Now, get to work! swear, these men don't have the sense God gave a time.
Where do you want these, Miss Lydia?
Thank you. Just put them on the porch here. I'll take care of them.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, why don't you set a spell on the porch here? What was your name again?
Oh, Cruz, ma'am. J. Melton Cruz.
So, how do you like working here, Mr. Cruz?
Oh, I like it just fine. It's real steady work, and you do more trading than anyone around. Yes, ma'am, it's hard work, but it keeps a man busy.
Keeps him honest, too.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, you sure do have a fine spread of land here. We can sit on the porch at night and watch the lightning bugs and listen to the crickets and bullfrogs and gators singing their own song. Makes a man feel mighty small in comparison.
I reckon it does at that.
Yes, ma'am. It's a mighty peaceful place. Except, of course, when them dang bears are stirring about.
Bears?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We've had us a bear trying to get in the livestock. It's been giving us a bit of trouble.
Well, we need to set us a couple of traps, see if we can't catch that critter.
I'll get right on it, ma'am.
Is there anything else I should know?
Oh, well, I don't like to talk, ma'am, but let's just say you were sorely missed around here.
Well, if these men don't shape up, the only thing that's going to be missing around here is a piece of their hide.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else I can do for you?
Yeah. See that old mule of mine's fed and watered? I imagine that trip tuckered her out even more than it did me. Carrying me 400 miles is no mean feat.
Yes, ma'am.
And another thing.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz.
You're quite welcome, ma'am.
I got it now. I hope you and that ox are both happy about it.
Yes, we are. Now, what'd you do with him?
Back in the pen, safe and sound.
Well, good. I'm glad to see you do something around here. It's a wonder you didn't let this whole place fall down around your ears.
I hadn't quite fallen down yet. So, how was Sarah?
She wasn't doing so good. I tried to get her to come back with me, but she's just as stubborn as Daddy was. Breaks my heart just to see her laid up like this. She always could do the work of 10 men. And now she has trouble even feeding herself. I remember her cutting railroad ties and carrying ties out of the swamp with the best of them. But oh, and I remember, seems like just yesterday, she was walking all the way to Miami just to sell fruit. She puts on a good front, though. We sat and talked, and she sang long into the evening. Not as loud as she used to be, but just as sweet as ever. Well, we prayed and talked some more. She said she wished she could have found out if the Seminoles really was the lost tribe of Israel. Well, I tried one more time to get her to come back with me. But she said she didn't think riding on the 400 miles on a mule was going to help her get better. I told her she ought to love it. She and the mule have so much in common. They're both so dang stubborn. But she said she was going to sit in her own house and get well by drinking her tonic. And that is the most vile concoction I ever did see. Ooh, I tell you, you couldn't put enough rum in that swill to make me drink it. She's still strong-willed, but for all her hard-headedness, I just don't think she's going to beat this one down. I'm surely going to miss her. Well, I believe I'll retire for the evening. I got to get up early and go anyway across to get supplies. You coming? Gordon, did you hear me? Gordon? Gordon!
Pardon?
Are you all right? You hadn't heard a word I said.
I'm just tired, Lydia. I'm just real tired, that's all.
Well, maybe you should go lie down.
You know, I think maybe you're right, just like you always are.
Well, I am. Now, let's get on. We both need our rest.
Lily, I'm sorry I let some things run down while you was gone. I guess I'm just not as strong as you are.
Don't worry about it, Gordon. Nobody is.